Welcome to the Schwann Super Rink number 5. Home to the Bethel University Royals and also home to the Irondale Knights, who welcome the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above to catch the action, and Howie, a team in Champlin Park Coon Rapids that is playing very, very well right now. Winners 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Coach Colta says these young ladies are really buying into what they're teaching them. And you and I talked about it on Sports Night last night. They're coming to a part of their schedule against some teams that they definitely should beat, and this is an opportunity for another one here in Irondale.
And more importantly, teams that in order to be an elite in this conference, they should dominate, and they have. They hope to continue that trend tonight. They've done it by buzzing on offense. Their leader in, or second in points, leader in goals. A big part of that is Delaney Johnson.
Delaney Johnson having a nice season, 5 goals, 4 assists, and real consistent. And she's just a freshman, so it's part of this program where a lot of these young athletes are growing, continuing to learn, and continuing to play really good hockey. And she's just one of those athletes that are having a nice season so far.
And on the flip side, Irondale, a tough start, 1 win in their first 9 games. Not a lot of offense, but they need to try and find some here tonight against a Champlin Park Coon Rapids team that has not given up a goal in their last 2.
Yeah, Mary Hurstel is one of those players for Irondale that they're looking for a little offensive spurt. Just a couple of goals and assists on the season. She has those 3 points, but she's one of those players that the coach Rodewald said, we need to know that she's going to be there. We're going to look for her to try and put the puck in the net, and I think that's an important thing for them here tonight.
Well, we'll see which team can get it done when the puck drops. It's coming up next on CTN. Back at Schwann Super Rink in a special good luck ceremony. All 3 goaltenders suited here tonight. Sophomore Elia Johnson making her varsity debut.
Yeah, and that's exciting, obviously, anytime a player gets to make their varsity debut, and it's great that we're here and we're able to witness it. And Coach Colta said the coach staff really loves her. She's, as you mentioned, just a sophomore, great things for the potential of the squad.
Well, and I will have a tough time being unbiased because I do know E on a personal level. And I see her around the rink a lot. I really like the way she plays in the nets, and just a sophomore, and 3 solid netminders. I mentioned this is a team in Champlin Park Coon Rapids that hasn't given up a goal in 2. Bailey Shuck has started both of those games, and she gets the evening off. In the last contest, they outshot their opponent 52-7.
That's impressive, no question about that. It's just a matter of them continuing to pressure the net, and that's what they're looking to do here tonight. Yeah, they know Irondale's gotten off to a slow start. They want to put the pressure on early. They want to put them in a hole early. And that's what Coach Coltis and his squad are going to look to do here.
Worked back to the point. Shot stopped up in traffic. Little flip toward the net. Knocked away by the netminder. Irondale able to work it out to center. D. Giacomo dumps it in and gives chase. Tied up behind. Working free is Hutchinson for Irondale. Back to the point. Pass didn't quite click, but into the zone with it is Ellingson. The shot from the point blocked up by Bezcalo. Played out to center now by Tyson. The Knights able to stop it up. Flip back into the Cardinal end by Beckman. Covered down low by Lisney and played all the way down. This is going to end up being icing. And a faceoff coming up back in the Coon Rapids Champlin Park zone.
There's head coach Jim Coltis. His first year as the head coach of the Bluebirds. Champlin Park Coon Rapids, first year together. And we had a chance to talk to him, and they're pretty excited about tonight. They know this is an opportunity for them to continue to pressure and learn what they've applied in practice and continue to move forward.
A turnover right in front. Johnson able to slide and grab it with her glove and get another face-up. May have been headed wide. Don't see a shot going up on the board, but good to let the goaltender feel a relatively easy one, but certainly don't want to turn it over between the hash marks.
And always good to get that first early action as goaltender, especially obviously in your first varsity start.
Bluebirds able to work it out to center. Delaney Johnson flips it in and will recover it. Shot from a low angle, held to the post there by the keeper, Stigora Peterson. Meisenberg able to win the draw, but quickly swatted toward the net by Williams and covered again by Stigora Peterson.
Yeah, and that puck came out. Stigora Peterson had to make sure that she fell on it.
Johnson plays it back in deep. Nundahl forces it around, and stepping in to break up the breakout was Alyssa Sweet. Irondale able to recover. Here's Sweet with it again. Her shot partially deflected by Ellis Stigora Peterson. The senior in the net, the 8th grader Ella Stigora Peterson, is the 8th grader on defense. Both teams have been able to get some zone time, but not really able to direct much toward the net. Held at the line. Shot by Johnson is blocked all the way back into the Bluebird zone. Sweet will get there first, just ahead of Hurstel. Flip back off the glass, out of the zone. Knocked back in. Sweet will play it back to neutral. Bluebirds coming on the attack. Brazier's shot partially deflected by Hunt. Swept along back to the near side where it's stopped up by Peterson and sent toward the net. Didn't make it through. Tie up in the corner. Vizcalo plays it back out to the point. Shot is stopped before it gets there. Moved along and sent down. Well, Fagerly tried to send it down, but sent it into the bench. Face-off coming at center ice.
You know, had an opportunity to talk to Coach Rodewald before this contest, which we're looking at right here. Rodefeld, I'm sorry. He said that the girls are, the biggest thing that what's been hampering them this season so far is a lot of mistakes, and that's what they're trying to avoid. They made too many so far this season.
Opportunity poked away by the stick of Abby Peterson. Back out to center, poked along, 2-on-1 battle for Irondale. They come away with the bite. Hutchison tried to move it across, broken up and taken in by Liz Zarate. Zarate stops up in the corner, lost the handle. Puck played to the line, but not out. Back down low. Fairley will play it all the way down, and this icing will be waved off as good chase by Beckman. She's tied up by Peterson in the corner. Played around near side for Herwold, looking through off the skates of Keller, able to recover it behind her and at least get it into the zone. Third support shot comes from Lisney, and it deflected off a shin pad and went wide. This is Ellingson to the slot, deflected away by the stick of Lisney. Sutherland from behind her own net will lead the attack. Slapped off her stick, but she gives chase down into the corner. Ridden along the end boards by Nundahl. Knight's able to recover and skate to center. Gunnerman stopped up. Swept in deep by Cron. Maybe not onside, so
they'll get that face up just outside the blue line.
10:52 remaining in our first period. No score. Not much for scoring opportunities either way. Delaney Johnson with speed into the zone, trying to cut back to the middle, poked away from her. Held at the line, but the shot is blocked. A good lifted stick. And the puck squirts out to center, where it'll be played along by Gunderson and in. First one there is Emma Peterson, plays it around just out of the reach of Williams. Poked off of her stick, able to recover it now for the Bluebirds and play it for Johnson. Tried to get it back, but it slipped underneath the stick of Williams, and back in her own zone with it is Cheney. Gets it back out to center, deflected in deep by Hurstel. Knights will get a line change. Sutherland, long pass to center, tipped away, and they've got one player in deep. Fagerly was about 60 feet in and no chance. So the Cardinals, or the Bluebirds rather, with an opportunity to regroup and get it out to center. Piscallo tied up, but able to step free, at least momentarily, before Nundahl gets it off her stick and nudges it out to center. Turned right back in by Sweet. Nundahl will fire it around. Near side is Beckman. Got off her stick, recovered it by Hutchison. Hutchison trying to go cross ice. Piscallo can't break it up. Skips into the zone where it's recovered and played ahead by Lisney. Into the zone and back to neutral, and now dumped in deep by Sweet.
Just got a text from Coach Deb Peterson. The girls are up 34-26 at the break. Against, I believe they're playing Robbinsdale Armstrong tonight.
Played to the line, but not out. Set back in deep by Lisney. Back behind her own net is Cheney. Taken away from her. But Keller's centering pass doesn't click. They recover back on the near side. Lisney sends it in deep where Keller has it behind the net until she's tied up by Cheney. Cheney plays it back for Nundahl, then played around where Sweet will sweep it back down low. Keller trying to center. That went all the way through. Lisney not able to get all of it. Centered again, and now we have a penalty. And the Bluebirds with the first real significant pressure and zone time in tight, where they had Irondale boxed in and looking at starting to get better spots for shots, and it forces the Knights to take the first penalty.
Now this will give an opportunity for CPCR to get a little continued pressure. Coach Colton said that's what we want to do. We want to make sure our forechecking is solid, and we want to make sure that we pressure them, and it's the first opportunity now on the power play, see if they can get the first tally of the evening.
Delaney Johnson down low. Works up the right wing. Shot is partially deflected, and then Brazier's tip. Not sure if Stagora Peterson got a piece or not, but ended up high and wide. Sutherland recovering in the corner for the Bluebirds, out to the point. Shot from Sweet misses wide. Scooped up and played the length by Hurdle. Delaney Johnson back up the left side this time for the Bluebirds. To center, a little backhander, not a lot on it. Pretty easy save for Stagora Peterson. Recovered behind. Bluebirds set up down low. Sutherland behind the net. Hired out front. Brazier point blank, but Stagora Peterson comes up with the save. They're going to go there again. Good stick lift this time. And the puck skips all the way back down to the Bluebirds' end. Grade A scoring chance, really the first one we've seen, and big save. Stigora Peterson shuts down a little bit easier shot that time from Brazier. Heard her a little frustrated as she went to the bench because that was a great setup. And the goalie just came up stronger. Keller chases into the corner, ties up, gives a chance for Baker to get control. Zarati's pass too far in front. And Irondale sent it back in. Time expires on the power play. One great opportunity. But Irondale survives.
Well, you know, a player I have been impressed with is Micah Sutherland. She does a nice job of setting up behind the net. She has 8 assists on the season for the Bluebirds. Yeah, you know, she's been fun. She's been good, and she does a nice job of setting up her teammates.
Well, and she leads the rush well for
and that's
a defenseman.
That's that one you talked about.
Grade A.
Yep.
Quick chance off the faceoff for Herwald. And another save for Stigora Peterson. Shot from the point, stopped up. Swept out to center by Cron. Sent back in by Peterson. Nundahl will skate behind, flip a backhander ahead. Along the wall is Ellingson. Good stop there by Sweet. Took a while to make sure it was number 6. Irondale able to play it back out to center. Recovered at her own blue line by Tyson. Pass picked off, but then taken right back by Sweet, and Sweet will step up. Had her stick lifted as she crossed the blue line. Still, she gives chase down to the corner and recovers. Did anybody tell the Bluebirds they're no longer on the power play? Dumped in deep by Abby Hunt. Stopped up there for Abby Peterson. Ahead for Herwald. Her dump attempt didn't get in deep. Irondale able to turn it around quickly. Delaney Johnson trying to steal it back, and does at her own blue line. Moves it along, trying to find Williams through traffic. This one played right off of Herwald as she was trying to get into the bench. Peterson sends it ahead, and Williams has it along the left side. Into the zone, tripped up, no arm, so no call. Recovered down low by Baker.
No arm, no foul.
Williams lost the handle a bit, able to recover. Drops a backhand to Delaney Johnson. Short angle shot, misses wide. Lisney from the far point. Down to Williams along the boards. Williams spins, controls, down low. Trying to walk out front was Baker. Williams will recover. She's tied up and taken down in the corner. Irondale able to come away with it. Knocked down with a glove by Delaney Johnson. Irondale finally able to force it ahead to Hurstel. And Hurstel has it spin away and roll down into the corner where she's pinned by Sutherland. Johnson there to support. Kicked free. Poked ahead by Sutherland. She goes down, but puck recovered by Sophie Sinjum. Sinjum will dump it in, and she'll get there first down deep in the Irondale end. Centering pass, nobody home. Sutherland back at the point. Sends it in deep, skips over the stick of Sinjum behind. Keller will recover. Her pass just out of the reach of Zarati and all the way back down to the CPCR end. Out to play it is Elia Johnson, and through some traffic, but able to get it back out of the zone, and that was big.
A little dangerous.
I like going out to play it. You got to play it the other way, away from danger, not through traffic. But she did get it out of the zone.
She did.
And she was alert to the raised arm of the official, meaning Coon Rapids Champlin Park is going right back on the power play.
Well, they had a nice chance that first time they went on the power play. Now our opportunity to see what they can do on power play attempt number 2. They'd like to get on the board. Coach Gold just talked about how they want to pressure, and they'd like to score first. They'd like to put a little more pressure on Irondale, especially a team that's having difficulty scoring, teams looking for wins.
Still no score in this contest, 2:49 remaining. Played in deep. First one there is Ari Evans. She'll skate ahead, but stopped up at the line momentarily, at least, by Delaney Johnson. Hurstel pressuring. Delaney Johnson will get it back along the near boards and skate to center. Now into the zone. Wines, shoots off the defender, and recovered along the far side by Vizcaylo. Up top, walking in is Sweet. A shot and a goal. And she just walked in to the top of the circles, picked her spot, and found it. As the defense backed in. And Stigora Peterson didn't see that until the very last second.
Yeah, she hit that top right part of the upper part of the net. And again, maybe been screened a little bit. But a nice,
or a whole lot.
Yeah, a whole lot. Nice shot by Sweet, able to get the first tally of the night, and that's what the Bluebirds were looking for, Joe. They were looking to get on top early, and just got a couple minutes remaining in this first period, but they have the lead. That's Sweet's third goal of the season.
Lisney able to keep it in. Played down low for Sinjum. Centering pass, got all the way through. Kept in by Sweet, kicked away. Another shot off the pad of Stigora Peterson. And the puck bounces free back to the near corner, and Irondale able to get it out at least. Lisney will play it right back in deep. Abby Hunt behind her own net. Chasing the referee up the near boards, and he adds a third body to the traffic she had to go through, but she's able to get through. And just outside the zone, she will dump it in deep. That one flipped up over and crossed, and now out of the zone. Good hustle by Alyssa Brazier, splitting the defenders, just not quite able to get there. This one bounced in on Johnson, and she'll push it into the corner. Brazier will take it from behind the net and move along. Flips it in deep. Down to 40 seconds remaining in this first period. Kept in by Peterson. Here's Vizcaylo. Flips it out front. Lost in traffic. That shot off the side of the cage. Recovering it is Tyson. Gets it back to the point for Peterson, and then gets it right back from her. Tyson's shot didn't make it through. Played to the line and out by Emma Nundahl. Peterson walks back in off the post. That shot partially deflected by the defender's stick. And in the final seconds, nearly put CPCR up by one. A late goal, and the Bluebirds have a lead. We'll take a break and get reaction from the coach right after this on CTA.
I'm a single mother, and I was the main one working, so I never thought that I could go back to school, you know. My sister, my mother, everybody wanted to help me with my kids. I could not have gotten my diploma without my family.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back at Schwann Super Rink, number 5. Champlin Park Coon Rapids with a 1-0 lead over the Irondale Knights. And it's been their offense keeping Champlin Park stuck deep in their own zone, getting some good opportunities on the power play. First, Alyssa Brazier, great setup from Sutherland in Gretzky's office. Then Sutherland again working her way through the zone. It's Sweet, though, sending it home. High glove side over Stigora Peterson at the 14:51 mark of that first period.
With a
the
sweet
only
goal.
tally of the game so far.
Yeah, and unfortunately we had a little technical difficulties. We didn't get a chance when we wanted to anyway to talk to Coach Coltis. But you know, I think he had to be happy with that first period. The fortunate thing they got that goal, because I know he wanted to apply pressure to Irondale. He wanted to go up early, and so far so good. Out shooting Irondale by a 9-2 margin in that first period.
Yeah, Coon Rapids 1 of 2 on the power play, and spent most of that first period in the offensive end. We'll step away and be back with puck drop for period number 2 from Schwann Super Rink right after this.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
Back in the Schwann Super Rink, ready to get second period underway. Bluebirds a 1-0 lead over the Irondale Knights. A 9-2 shot advantage in the first, and a very sizable time advantage when it comes to possession. Alyssa Brazier made the mistake of letting her mouth guard get loose.
It's getting knocked around the ice.
Well, in the game, it happens.
Right.
But if it happens when you're skating around with all your teammates, the teammates will sometimes play keep away.
Which they did. Kids. There's head coach Jim Coltis, and you know, like we had mentioned, we didn't get a chance to speak with him after that first, but I'm sure he saw a number of things out there that he was happy with.
Well, just sustained possession time deep in the zone, getting it in down low, finding space, and then finding the person who has the space. I think they've done a really good job as well of limiting gaps at their defensive blue line. Irondale's had to work to get possession in the Bluebirds' end, and they were able to do so early on, but for the last probably 10 minutes of that period, it was spent primarily in the Irondale end. And that's where we go to start. Centering pass, a shot, a save, and somehow Stigora Peterson able to keep that underneath her pad.
Yeah, it looked like that puck was going to get by her, but she did a nice job of
great
of
centering look from Mackenzie Baker.
It.
And she got just enough of it to stop Delaney Johnson. Johnson a little spread out. Had to reach for that pass, but a good shot and a good save. Well, Johnson back against the near boards. Leaves it off for Lisney. Walking up. Good deflection out front. Rebound chance. And Delaney Johnson had her stick lifted and ended up sliding behind the net. Good stop at the blue line by Sweet. Finally forced out and into the Bluebird zone. Sent right back out to center. Stepping up is Nundahl. She can't get it in deep. Delaney Johnson pushes it back and fights for the puck at center ice. It comes free. Williams pokes it across and fired in by Baker. Recovered down low by Hurstel off the board and out to Sweet at center. Lisney winds, didn't get a lot of it. Ends up off the end boards, poked at, and it comes free where Brazier recovers, centers into the skates. However, of Bizcalo, a shot from Lisney, a rebound chance, and I'm not sure Stigora Peterson saw it, but she was able to close the 5-hole before it snuck through. It's played all the way down, icing waved off as it's recovered by Brazier. Into the corner goes Lisney. We'll play it across for Peterson. Leads it along for Bizcalo, and Bizcalo will skate across the blue line into the night zone. Angled into the corner there by Evans rather, able to come away with it. Cross ice pass is too far. Peterson turns it around, stopped up just outside the blue line. Kicked at there by Tyson. Tyson able to push it in. No offside. Irondale plays it around to the near side. Sutherland's shot was deflected up. A rebound chance, backhanded wide. A wraparound and a goal for Jordan Keller.
By the time, just so much commotion in front of the net, and Stigora Peterson really couldn't find where that puck was. And give credit to the Bluebirds, they did a nice job of pressuring, making sure they had second and third chance opportunities, and they
well,
make that one count.
The initial shot was deflected by the defenseman, and it went up over Stigora Peterson.
Well, she couldn't recover.
And then Keller kind of fans on a backhand.
She's knocked to the ice. Gets
it back, and Stigora Peterson just no chance to get back to her post. The wraparound goal for Jordan Keller makes it 2-0.
A nice way for the Bluebirds to start in the second period.
Sweets dump in, deflected all the way back.
Keller with that goal, it's her third. And Brazier with the assist.
Lisney able to poke the puck free, and it ends up back out at center, where it's turned around by Hunt. Sweet stops it up. Keller plays it along the boards. No icing. And Nundahl back at the corner to recover. Zarate setting up. Nundahl sweeps it around her. Kept in there by Lisney. Centering pass. Stopped up by Beckman, and she plays it off the far board to center. Chasing it down is Baker. Baker will get away from Beckman. And then it knocked off her stick by Rodefeld. To the line, but not out. Lisney back behind. She'll dump it back off the end boards. Sweet looks up ice, finds Keller. Williams behind the defense. The pass poked away by Cheney, and Cheney will get to their first for Irondale. Kept in by Delaney Johnson. Hey, we have a scoreboard this period. 2-0 on that CTN scoreboard. We're too powerful for Schwann Super Rig.
Apparently, we had a little technical difficulty, a little power outage. We lost just about everything right at the end of that first period.
Delaney Johnson weaving through, stops up and circles in the corner. All the way back out to the point. Shot from Peterson didn't make it through. She got it back, now poked off her stick. Johnson centering. Williams deflects it wide on the short side and then recovers off the end boards. Couldn't get around. Good save at the blue line by Peterson. It can't get that one through though either. And now Williams ties up with Rodefeld, and it's finally forced out to center. And here's Sutherland. Skating through into the corner, stops up, looks, spins away from the pressure there by Cheney. Cheney ties her up. Sutherland gets it back though. And Bezcalo now. Bezcalo to the top of the circles. Leaves it off for Sweet, a wrist shot, blocker saved by Stigora Peterson. Irondale finally able to force it out of the zone and all the way down. Sweet communicating, saying stay up there. They're getting a line change, and she gets it up quickly for Bezcalo. Bezcalo trying to get around the corner against Yeritz, or Evans. Hurstel can't clear. Chance for Bezcalo off the cages to Stigora Peterson. Sweet from the point. That was knocked away by a defender's stick. Tied up in the corner. Recovered by Bezcalo. She'll carry behind. Dump it back into the corner. Broken up. Nundahl recovers. Plays it along for Hurstel. Hurstel able to force it out to center. Sweet back to her own blue line. Will play it off the near board, where it's poked right back in by Tyson. Tyson moving it along, an opportunity for Sinjum, but it was deflected up and over, did not go out. And here's Evans getting it through center. Sweet couldn't slow it down. Peterson chased to the corner by Hurstel, recovered by Keller, and Keller sends it along for Sinjum through center. Sinjum trying to split a couple of defenders. Puck played to the backboard where Herwald sends it out front, and Sinjum just couldn't get a shot on. Played to the far corner, and now Hurstel will finally send it all the way down. And Johnson doesn't touch it until after it crosses the icing line, so still icing. But good for her to get a chance out and
touch the puck
and get a chance to touch the puck. I mean, you love that your defense is playing this soundly, but this is a sophomore making her varsity debut. You want her to feel a puck.
You do.
Low percentage shots. This is not it. Breakaway opportunity and a great back check. Denies a shot on goal. Deflection misses wide. Fagerly was in on the breakaway, but it was poked free. That's best scoring opportunity of the game thus far for Irondale. Sinjum had it taken away. Keller able to kick it free and get it out to center, get it in deep. Bluebirds getting a line change as Nundahl recovers. Sends it up the boards, and it's sent out by Beckman. Right back in deep.
Well, you have to love the way that the Bluebirds are playing here in the second period. They're just really
centering
pressuring.
Attempt broken up by the keeper. Beckman's pass just out of the reach. Sutherland off the boards. Williams will skate back to the defensive side of the red line, then kind of pushed it along and couldn't get back to it. Delaney Johnson pokes it in. Played to the line but not out by Rodefeld. Delaney Johnson sends it back in deep and played behind by Troji. Holding the line was Peterson that time, and here comes Nundahl off the boards and in. Sutherland will get there first, and she'll play it around back out to center. And Irondale will recover. That pass tipped away, and Nundahl has it. Nundahl sends it through, nobody there, and Sutherland will give chase back into the corner. A little more than midway through this second period. Coon Rapids Champlin Park, a 2-goal lead. Flipped in. Segura Peterson held it, was about to drop in, the whistle finally blew.
Well, this is that scoring opportunity for
just a great
Irondale.
back check show by Hannah Lisney.
Yeah, just
able to do it cleanly, sweep the puck off her stick, not get called for a penalty.
Well, that was the key.
And it came just as I was talking, how little pressure and how many pucks Elia Johnson has seen down in the Champlin Park Coon Rapids net. Brazier trying to walk out front, is hooked down, but no call. Played to the line. Sweet can't quite save it, but stops it up right there, and stepping in with it. Stepping in with it was Tyson. The shot didn't have a lot on it from Bescalo, and it's easily covered by Stegora Peterson.
Yeah, and Stegora Peterson seeing a lot of action here in this second period, and the Bluebirds doing a good job of just peppering the net and really giving themselves opportunities to create things and score. Just the one goal so far here in period number 2.
Another good defensive stick for the Bluebirds, this time by Sarah McClellan. Able to break up an odd man rush after the weird tie-up at center. That one kicked away by Elia Johnson. Coming out front is Hutchison, his shot, and a glove save by Johnson.
Now she's getting a little work.
There you go.
Got to get that work.
Again, that's a better chance than you want, but it's good for her to see the puck, and she makes the save.
Well, it continues to build confidence, and getting that first varsity start of her career is a big thing. But you want to be able to get a little action, get a little sweat going.
Delaney Johnson sent it back around to the near side. Lisney tied up there. Johnson comes over and able to pry the puck free for the Bluebirds. Centering pass off the skate of Rodefeld. Irondale turned it around momentarily. Stopped up and into the zone by Mackenzie Baker. Baker able to poke it back in, and an opportunity as Johnson turns around. Johnson shoots, and it's kicked away by Stigora Peterson. To the point, Lisney back down to Delaney Johnson. Johnson back out to Lisney, a shot through traffic, and Stigora Peterson able to cover it up.
Yeah, smartly, a couple of blue jerseys right there. Smartly covering that puck up, forcing that face-off to her right. Again, more pressure by the Bluebirds.
Lisney sends the puck in deep. Williams tried to poke it back behind. Baker to Johnson, the shot, and Baker tried to get out front for a tip shot, a little too high, hit her right in the midsection. Kept in by Lisney, but deflected back out to center ice. And I'm not quite sure. But it's a penalty against CPCR, and Irondale its first opportunity on the power play with 5:41 remaining here in the second.
Anna Lindsay going to take that call. We'll see it coming up here. It's just a brush off there. A little bit of contact. That's what our official called. Joe Yun, did you know that the Bluebird squad through 8 games 100% on their penalty kill unit? 100% haven't given up a power play goal, according to Coach Coltis.
See,
so are you putting?
I'm a superstitious guy.
I know you
sure.
are. I'm not.
Not sure I like that.
You have to report those kind of things.
That is a pretty impressive statistic. Centering attempt doesn't quite click. Beckman able to hold it in for Irondale.
Well, if Irondale scores, you can blame Coach Coltis on.
Centering attempt, loose puck, kicked free, rebound chance, and that went across the goal crease and into the near corner.
And this is a big opportunity for the Knights. They'd love to get on the board here. Being outplayed. Outshot 17-4.
Brazier able to get the puck free, tied back up in the near corner. Brazier slaps at it but can't get much on it. Sent back in deep by the Knights. Meisenberg back to the point. The shot through traffic. Pad save by Johnson. Down low for Hurstel. Back to Meisenberg. Up top, Cheney. Lost the handle. Comes to center, and she chops it back in. And Sweet will send it all the way down. And Bluebird's going to get a line change. A little less than 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Lisney. Cheney from behind of her own net feels the pressure from Herwald. Hurstel, long pass, too far for Meisenberg. Johnson backhands it through the feet of Cheney in a foot race. And a good stick there by Herwald. Battling with Nundahl and coming away with it. Looking to center. Wrong side of Williams. She's a right-handed shot. That might be good night. Good effort into the zone by Ellingson, but kept wide by the Bluebirds. Has it along the end, now pokes free. And this is going to be icing as the penalty has expired, but gives the Bluebirds an opportunity to get things straightened out line-wise and get back into the flow with 3:21 remaining here in the second period.
Well, you saw that puck come right across the goal, and that was their best chance on that power play, and the penalty kill 100% still rings true. So I dodged a bullet.
And that's the last time you will mention it to CJ.
I mentioned it once. That's all I need to mention it.
Abby Peterson back behind the net. Behind for Lisney. Lisney looking cross ice. And there's Biscalo. Biscalo trying to send it back across to Williams behind the defense, and does. Williams plays it toward the net. Stopped up by Nunwald. Nunwald gets it ahead, and down the wing comes Cron. Cron's shot blocked by Peterson into the corner. She's tied up there. Peterson kicks it free. Cron will get there first. She'll send it back in and around. First one there is Lisney, and she continues its momentum. Skips off the stick of Nundahl back out to center. She tried to dump it in. That's taken back by Tyson. She'll send it in on goal. And covering up for the faceoff is Zoe Stigora Peterson.
Well, so far the Rangers able to, the Knights able to muster a couple of shots on goal here in period number 2. 4 shots on goal in period number 2.
Down the wing come Hurstel. Shoots it up and over the cage. Trying to go short side on Johnson. Shot from a ways out. Didn't make it through. Stopped up by Sutherland. She's hooked up. No call though. Pokes it along the boards. And 4 across at the blue line. Across. And an easy backhand goal for Sophie Sinjum coming back across. They had a 4-on-1. 4 strong with speed at the blue line. Not much chance for the goaltender on that one.
You talk about.
I'm not sure Sutherland wants to pass it the way she did, as it her stick kind of gets poked right there, but right to Sinjum. She walks in and makes it a 3-0 lead.
That's her second goal of the season. And again, a lot of pressure here with under 2 minutes remaining in period number 2 from the Bluebirds. So far, the Irondale squad having a difficult time figuring out what they need to do to get the puck in the back of the net. Well, a happy bench so far here, a 3-0 lead for CPCR.
Williams trying to turn off the board, sends it across. Lisney toward the net. A turnaround shot attempt by Baker was blocked. She recovers, leaves it for Delaney Johnson in the corner. Johnson covered there by Hunt. Gets it down low to Williams, and now back to Johnson. Johnson lost the handle a bit. Hunt pokes it free, comes away with it, and sends it out to center. Sweeping it in deep is Fingerly, but it's Lisney getting there first, playing it around out of the reach of Hutchison. And the Bluebirds able to force it back out, and Williams comes in shooting one wide. Centering attempt by Baker, and Williams was already headed for the bench. Nundahl trying to poke it through, but it's stopped up. Johnson coming back in on a 2-on-1. She'll take the shot, the save made by Stigora Peterson. Had Baker with her.
She did, but decided to take it on her own right to the midsection of Stigora Peterson. There you see the time remaining. 51 ticks here in period number 2. Pretty good period for the Bluebirds.
Winning the faceoff was Tyson for CPCR. Played down in deep. Evans. It's off the stick of Ellingson. Comes out to center. Chased down just inside the Bluebirds zone by Peterson. Forcing it back in is Ellingson. And right back out. Here's Biscalo looking cross ice. Gets it to Brazier. Brazier will snapshot, hit the skates of Cheney into the corner. Down to the final 15 seconds. Back out to the point. Peterson deflected once, and another attempt by Brazier. Just couldn't quite get a stick on it. 5 seconds left. Tie up along the back boards. And they're going to run out of time, but they're going to get to the locker room with a 3-0 lead. Another strong period for the visiting squad. Champlin Park Coon Rapids up 3-0 as we go to the third on CTN.
So I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
3-0 lead for the visiting Cardinals after a pair of periods. We are joined now by the head coach of the Irondale Knights, Tom Rodefeld. And Coach, what have you seen that you liked in these first 2 periods?
You know, as I said before the game, our goal is we wanted to compete. We knew that Champlin, Coon Rapids are going to be aggressive. They're strong on their sticks, and we had to find a way to battle and compete. And our girls are doing a great job of that. Obviously we've broken down a couple times, and Champlin's take advantage of that. But ultimately, we're going in the right direction right now with that.
Coach, what are your words to the girls in between periods? What are some of the things that you'd like to see change up here coming out in period number 3?
Well, and I don't know if it's about change. It's they're playing at the level they need to right now. We need to dig a little deeper, but system-wise, they're executing better. First period, we were throwing the puck a lot and hoping. Second period, they grabbed it and kind of tried to create. So we're going the right direction on that also. So kind of building off of the successes, not worrying about the score, and playing the best we can right now on December 12th.
Well, at least had a couple of odd man rush opportunities late in the period, so things working a little bit better as you've gotten deeper into the game. So thanks for joining us, and good luck in the 3rd period.
Oh, thank you, guys.
We'll take another break. We'll be back with 2nd period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN.
Oh, sweetheart. Gonna give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, 3-0 Champlin Park Coon Rapids after 2. And now we're joined by Champlin Park Coon Rapids head coach Jim Coltis. And Coach, a lot of good, strong offensive zone presence and a lot of good quality scoring chances through 2.
Yeah, that's kind of what we kind of came with the game plan. We're going to try to get the puck deep and set up our forecheck and see if we can try to unpack them, because they like to really pack it in around the front of the net. We've had some good opportunities. We've actually felt like we've had 3 or 4 that we've really missed coming from behind the net. We've just missed them on some one-timers. But the kids are working really hard.
You talked about creating those opportunities. When you go into the locker room to talk to the girls 3rd period, what's your message to them with that 3-0 lead?
We're going to tell them that we're not going to back off. We need to keep the same thing going with us. There's no reason to change and go into like the NFL does, a prevent defense type thing. We're going to try to keep the pressure on them and keep that tempo going and try to get this as a constant for our team.
Well, it has looked very good through the first 34 minutes. Good luck in the last 17. We will take a break, be back with 2nd period stats and highlights after this on CTN.
I know, 2 seconds. Hang on, just stand still. Stand still. 1 second. Boys, hang on, boys!
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Back at the arena, awaiting the return of the teams for the 3rd period. But it was a good, strong period for Champlin Park CR, creating traffic and finishing on the wraparound.
Yeah, just
Jordan
opportunistic.
Keller.
Doing a nice job of coming around, and Stigora Peterson just not able to get back to where she needed to be. That was pretty.
Callow coming across, 4-on-1 at the blue line. Off the feed for Micah Sutherland. It's been a pretty lonely game for Elia Johnson in her varsity debut, but a couple of good chances later in the period for Irondale, and she handles them no problem.
She did. Only 6 shots on goal for the Knights, but she handles all 6 of them. 20 for the Bluebirds through 2 periods.
One more period ahead. The third starts next on CTN.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, ready to get the puck dropped here on the final period. Bluebirds a 3-0 lead and a heavy shot advantage.
Well, they came out flying in that second period. We'll see what they do here in period number 3. But the Knights need something to happen if they want to get back into this contest.
Well, and it's a pretty simple philosophy. Dump the puck in deep, go get it, get control. And like Coach Colt has talked about, set up our offense and try and create some space. Dumped in deep. E will hold it and play it across for Sutherland. Sutherland will start the rush up ice. Poked off for stick by Meisenberg. Back and forth along that board, and now played in deep by Baker. First one there is Hunt. Near side, Hurstel can't catch it. Sutherland stepping in, a shot, a glove save by Stigora Peterson.
Sutherland with a nice job just to step around a defender and get a shot on net. Stigora Peterson obviously having to hold on to that puck just to make sure they force that face-off right into the glove of Zoe Stigora Peterson.
Sweet sends it back in. Carried to center by Cheney. Cheney gets across. Sweeps a backhand across through the slot. Nobody home. Poked in deeper. Bobbled there by Herwold. Kick to the line and out. Sending it in was Herwold. Irondale gets it to the line. Lisney holds. Jordan Keller tried to play it across. It came out. Sent back in, and an opportunity behind the defense, and Sweet with a sweet stick getting it out in front of Beckman and denying a breakaway opportunity.
Nice job laying out for that.
And it's those stretch passes. The Knights have snuck extra bodies behind the defenders, and that has led to some odd man rushes over the last few minutes of that second period, and then early on, nearly a breakaway for them here in the third. And for the Knights, 1 goal would be big.
Oh, it would be. For a team that's having issues scoring, 1 goal here would be huge, because they need some confidence to get back into this contest.
Sweet sends it all the way down.
A nice job getting it through, but look at Sweet with a great job of stretching out and knocking that puck away.
And it was essential. I mean, that is right on the tape for Emma Beckman. But Sweet able to get there and deny it. It's a couple of near breakaways that have been stopped up by strong defenders and their sticks, and yeah, that one's going to get you the interference. It was right in front of the ref. You can't pick a player. And that one was kind of obvious. I mean, right in front of the official.
Yeah, she'll go to the box for 2 minutes, and the Knights will be on the power play. Well, you talked about it. 1 goal would be huge. This is a great opportunity for them.
And they actually created some opportunities on their power play in that second period. Shot from the point, save made, poked to the boards by Johnson. Recovered by Tyson and sent out to center. Poked back out to center again by Tyson. And now she's going to intercept that one and send it down deep, get herself a line change. Good pressure shorthanded by Brazier. Knight's able to bring it up the near side. Here's Hurstel. Puck poked free by Williams, able to get it back out of the zone. Finally played off, and so Hurstel has a little bit of room. Hurstel across the blue line. Goes wide, stops up. Played back down low. And Delaney Johnson pokes it free. A little less than a minute left on the power play. Delaney Johnson with it, shorthanded, gets around Nundahl, chased down in the corner. Poked at by Beckman and hooked down, and we're going to be 4-on-4 for a while.
Yeah, there's
also pretty easy to call.
Right in front of the official. 39 seconds was left on that advantage for the Knights. So, as you mentioned, they'll play 4-on-4.
Oh, which one do you call? Oh, they both ended up going to the box.
They weren't sure which one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it was me. So I'm not entirely sure if they're calling it a hook or a body check.
Body check, yeah.
They combined to get the penalty. In the end, it's going to be Meisenberg going, so I'm going to believe it's the check.
Yep. Good call, Joe Young.
It's almost like I've watched this game before. Can't ice the puck when you're 4-on-4. So we'll go back and have another offensive zone faceoff for CPCR. 30 seconds until they have their part of the short power play. Off the draw, Lisney lost the handle out to center. Cross for Sutherland. She turns away from the pressure, gains some speed, now into the zone. Weaves through, has some room, takes the shot and scores her second of the game. Same spot. Oh no, it was Sweet who had the other one.
Yep.
But this was Sutherland. And she sniped it. She walked through 3 players, found herself some open space. Short goaltender. And she scoped it top shelf, and it's 4-on-4 still, so Coon Rapids Champlin Park will still have the short power play.
Yeah, nice job to walk around 2 defenders and then puts it in that top far corner. Pretty goal. It's her 3rd on the season.
Brazier will play it toward the net. Stagora Peterson sticks it to the corner. Kicked ahead, and Sweet steps up. It's nice to have a couple of players like Sweet and Sutherland on the blue line for you. 2 of the 4 goals for Champlin Park Coon Rapids in tonight's contest. Turning with it is Beckman, swept free by Sweet. And here's Brazier coming in. She's got friends with her. Slides it through and will recover behind the net. Around for Bezcalo. Bezcalo to Sweet up top. Down low as it's the power play now for CPCR. Sutherland behind, trying to center. That's deflected and comes out to center.
I tried to walk in front, put it in front, but nobody was there.
Long pass for Brazier. Brazier tried to sweep it in and fanned on it. Played back to center. Sweet tried to get it to Brazier. She was tied up. And now sent all the way down on Johnson. A little less than 20 seconds remaining. Near side is Bezcalo. Bezcalo tips it around Nundahl and recovers behind. Out to the point, Lisney trying to poke it back in deep. Skating with it, now playing it out to center where it's stopped up by Delaney Johnson. Johnson through the middle, puck poked free and recovered by Meisenberg. Fresh out of the penalty box. Meisenberg out of the reach of Hurstel, and that will be icing. 11:09 to play here in the third.
Yeah, nice goal for the Bluebirds, able to increase that lead to 4-0. And Irondale scratching their head, searching for opportunities and ways to get on the board.
Back to the point off the draw. Lisney will get it to Zarate. Zarate to the corner. Spins away from the pressure from Evans. Her pass then taken away. And it's Sinjum sending it back in deep. Keller and Meisenberg getting tied up behind the play a little bit. Zarate tied up with Hurstel along the boards, gets it back to the point. Peterson's shot didn't make it through. Meisenberg ahead for Hurstel, trying to spring her again between the defenders, but both Peterson and Lisney able to recover. Lisney ahead, pass was behind Keller, played back into the zone by Nundahl, and now CPCR sends it all the way down, but icing waved off, and it's paddled aside by Stigora Peterson. Spinning her way out to the neutral ice territory was Ellingson, and then CPCR right back in offside.
Well, a 62-56 win for the Cardinals girls basketball program tonight. Nice win at home against
the
Robinson
team they
Armstrong.
needed. A win they needed.
They did. They did.
A couple of tough losses last week. Something to get them back on track. Evans with speed. Puck poked away by McClellan, and McClellan taking hard into the boards, but no call. That one slowed down a little bit more than Lure was thinking it would, and she ended up playing it all the way down for an icing.
Yeah, she went hard into the boards, but it was a little slow to get up, but she seems to be okay.
Tyson able to win another draw, recovered by Sutherland in the corner. She's tied up, goes down. Giacomo comes away with the puck. Or that's Fagerly, sorry. Back down low. Pulled free by Tyson, back the other way, and here Emily Peterson able to get it out to center, swept in deep by Herwold, giving chase is Lure. Irondale plays it back around out of the reach of Hutchison. Sutherland can't keep it in. Williams back at her own blue line. And we're going to get another penalty against Irondale. Sutherland trying to control the puck, but it's broken up by Beckman.
Well, I think the last thing Coach Rodefeld wanted to see is a penalty in this situation. Already down 4-0, 8:54 remaining in the contest, and the Bluebirds going to go on that power play again. Emma Fagerly is going to go to the box.
Off the draw, played back to the point for Sweet. Piscalo on the left circle, back up to Sweet. Shot through traffic and a blocker save by Stigora Peterson. Piscalo will change places with Sweet. Down low, Delaney Johnson on the right side, sent it around behind, and it ends up coming back out to center. Piscalo sidesteps the stick and will carry it into the zone. Sutherland has to get away from her. Vizcaylo gets it back to her, and she'll set up shop behind the net. Centering pass, and Brazier creating a lot of traffic, drawing a lot of pressure from two defenders down low. That shot was up high, but Brazier basically ducked out of the way, and it nearly knuckleballed down behind Stigora Peterson. Irondale finally able to clear it off the glove of Sutherland, and she'll chase it, or Sweet rather, and she'll chase it down back in her own end. 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Pass doesn't click with Zarate. Turned around by Nundahl. Sweet sends it back out and then gets it right back, and she's going to skate with it this time. Sweet on the move into the slot, and here comes another penalty.
Wow.
A hooking penalty, and that's Keller taking a blast and ends up and out of play.
Well, Coach.
21 seconds of 5-on-3 coming.
We'll see. Coach Rodefeld again talked about mistakes, and we've been making too many of them. There's a, you got two players in the box right now. It's going to be 5-on-3 for 21 seconds.
Well, CPCR took advantage quickly on the 4-on-4. Shot from the point, turned away. This one played in from a long way out by Mackenzie Baker and easily held onto by Stigora Peterson. 5 seconds left with the two-player advantage. Off the draw. Baker trying to get to center. Keller winds, fires, and the save made by Stigora Peterson.
And applying pressure in on the net.
Well, they're getting traffic out front and trying to get deflections. Just Irondale doing a relatively good job of lifting sticks and moving bodies just enough. So Stigora Peterson has seen most of the pucks with a little bit more time to make the save. Vizcaylo tied up along the boards. Sweet digs in for CPCR and able to dig it free. Sweet shoots, blocker save. Rebound ends up behind the net. Sutherland recovers it. 1:15 remaining on the power play. Sweet for Delaney Johnson, trying to walk out front. Little give and go attempt, but it was denied. The pass back for Delaney Johnson. That pass off the side of the cage ends up coming back out to center ice. Sweet sends it across just out of the reach of Tyson and sent back in deep by Fagerly. And yeah, Sweet's going to end up taking the penalty as she
retaliated.
She was taken into the boards by Mary Hurstel and responded with a bit of a cross check, and they always see the second one.
Yeah, second one always gets caught. So she'll get 2 minutes to think about it. There you see taking it into the boards, and watch as she retaliates back. The officials catch that one, and she'll get a couple of minutes.
.602 remaining in the contest. CPCR a 4-0 advantage. Just tried to flip that one. Ellingson did. Good job by E holding close to her pipe. One swept around. We're playing 4-on-4 for 30 seconds and then a minute 14 on the power play. That one bouncing around in front of Johnson. Back behind, it skipped away from Lisney. Lisney now we'll get it across for Sinjum. Skipped away from her and able to play it back in. He leaves it behind. Lisney ahead. Sinjum again off the heel of her stick. Poked back out to center by Lisney. And now Irondale on the power play. Played into the zone. Sutherland Voids one and trying to get away from Beckman. Mishandled by Lisney. Williams able to poke it free, and Lisney has it back. Tried to send it ahead for Sinjum. Turned around at the Irondale blue line. Sinjum poked it free. Beckman had it momentarily. Now here's Fagerly. Fagerly down low. Poked at by Johnson. With it is Hurstel up to the point. The shot by Nundahl deflected up into the curtain. 25 seconds remaining on this Irondale power play.
Yeah, Knights trying to work the puck around and get that open look and create an opportunity for themselves. And the Bluebirds trying to fight this one off.
Shot blocked by Delaney Johnson. Down low, Hurstel backhand up over and out of play, and that's going to bring the faceoff back outside the zone with 11 seconds left in the advantage for Irondale.
Well, she walked in with a tough angle on the backhand.
But if against this goaltender, even when she goes down, she takes up a lot of space up high. Tall netminder, especially in comparison to Stigora Peterson at the other end. Delaney Johnson able to clear it all the way out. That'll end the power play and the penalty to Sweet. Back in her own corner is Cheney. She's troubled by Brazier. Sends it across. That one poked through center, and Fagerly races onto it into the Bluebirds' end. Recovering is Peterson. Delaney Johnson pushes it ahead. Brazier battles for it. Comes free. Oh, just out of the reach of Delaney Johnson. Lure swept it ahead and about 2 feet closer, and Delaney Johnson's in on a breakaway. 3:30 left. Face-off coming back in the CPCR end.
Well, Bluebirds out shooting the Knights by a 29-9 margin.
Cross ice pass by Zarate, kicked away by Coon, back into the zone. Comes Hunt, her shot was deflected, and Johnson will scoop up the bouncing puck and get another faceoff.
Time is ticking away, 3:13 remaining. Bluebirds looking to move to 5-3-1.
Shot from the point, deflected, hit traffic. Bluebirds can't clear. Keller finally gets it to bounce out to center. Irondale regroups at their own blue line off the near boards, broken up by Sutherland. Back on the stick of Rodefeld. Rodefeld will weave through a couple of players into the zone, able to get around Peterson. Tried to center off the side of the net. Ellingson first one there. She's pressured by Sutherland. Wraparound attempt, had nothing on it. And covering up for another faceoff is Johnson.
Yeah, easy opportunity for Johnson there. Just trickled in towards her.
You'll take those all night long.
Yes, you will.
Baker able to get it out to center. Turning with it is Nundahl. Gets it across the line, but it's turned around by Lisney. Ahead for Delaney Johnson. She sends it in. It's knocked down. Sent right back out by the Knights. Good hold on the stick by McClellan, able to get it back out. Shot off the crossbar and up out of play. I don't know if Johnson got a piece of that or not.
I think she did get a little nick of it.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think? I don't know. I'd like to see. We'll see it again.
They're putting the face-off in the zone, which would mean that the goaltender should mean the goaltender got a piece of it. Otherwise, that goes out of play.
Yep.
And face-off comes out of the zone. CPCR will win the draw, play it around near side. Kind of took a funny hop away from Baker. She got tied up, plays it back in deep. Behind is McClellan, around for Williams. Williams will wait and play it across. Out at center is Baker. She just tips it ahead, and turning with it now is Hunt. Ahead for Gunderman into the zone. Hurstel able to force it back the other way. Delaney Johnson leaves it for McClellan. McClellan cross ice. Baker will get it back. Was kicked ahead by Lisney. Hurstel chased back into her own end. Backhand attempt misses wide. Williams will chase it down in the far corner. Back down and around. Cheney there first for Irondale. Push down, no call as Delaney Johnson comes out of the corner with it. To the top of the circles and around. Bodies flying out front. A lot of pushing and shoving as we enter the final minute of play. Shot was blocked. Cleared back out to center by Meisenberg. Stopped up. Lure hooked down, and that is going to get a call. Lure upended by Abby Hunt, and CPCR will get one more chance on the power play.
See it again. Oh yeah, this reached stick back, hook, brought her down.
Yeah, it was again a pretty easy call. Things have definitely gotten a little more physical here in the third period. A little frustration on one side and a little retaliation on the other. Shot right into the midsection by Allie Lure, walking in down the slot. Off the draw, played back in towards Stigora Peterson. She made the save, and Knight's able to get it back out to center. Right back in. Down to under 30 seconds remaining.
The clock's not moving.
Well, it's going to be under 30 seconds for a lot longer than 30 seconds.
Exactly. I'm not sure why the clock's not moving.
There's a lot of people in the stands yelling clock, and now it is going. Sutherland turns up ice. Ahead to Brazier. Deflected behind the net. Lure leaving it. Sweet dives and pokes the puck back to the corner. And she was run into hard by Emma Fagerly. And she is in a little bit of pain with 3 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see it here.
It's kind of a weird collision.
Yeah.
Sweet giving it all, making sure that that puck gets held in, and then not much Fagerly can do, and kind of caught in an awkward position and goes down hard. And just delaying the inevitable as far as the conclusion of the game.
Yeah, just 3 seconds left. I hope she's going to be okay. Our official got a trainer out there looking at her.
Couple of teammates to help her out as well.
She hit her head pretty hard too on the ice.
Yeah, and that certainly would be the biggest concern in a collision like that. And they're just going to end the game because the clock certainly, it's a little anticlimactic at the other end. Wait, you want to hear that buzzer sound as the netminder, but the sophomore, Elia Johnson, gets a shutout in her varsity.
Nice, definitely a nice opportunity for her to get her first win as a varsity netminder.
There she is.
Yep.
And a big smile on her face. Jordan Keller came down as they were attending to Sweet, and kind of to be the first to congratulate E on the shutout, because they knew they'd at least keep it in the deep end for 3 seconds, but they clock, because it had not started for at least 3 seconds, they just decided to call it a game. No need to drop it. So again, it would have been nice to hear the buzzer for her, but definitely not going to take it down. We're taking a short break, get some reaction to the big victory after this on CTN.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, a 4-0 victory for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds, and we're joined by one of the stars of tonight's game, Micah Sutherland. And Micah, got to feel good to keep the streak going, 3 in a row now, and 5 of your last 6.
It does. It feels really good.
Oh, Michael, we talked about, at least I did anyway, that I was really impressed with your play this season and the way that you're not the biggest player on the ice, but you a lot of the times play like you are, and just congratulations on a nice win.
Thank you.
No goals allowed for this team through the last 3 games now. Again, out shooting the opponent handily. Talk about how important it is for this team to keep that momentum going.
It's really important. If we get scored on, we kind of give up a little bit, so it's always nice to get the first few goals, and it's nice to continue to not get goals scored against us. Keeps us going.
Well, and a big part of it, too, on the blue line, the big part of the defensive core, yourself and Alyssa Sweet, both very strong defensively, but also adding on offense. And, the win tonight maybe tempered a little bit with concern for Alyssa. You were talking to her. You were one of the last ones off the ice with her. What's her kind of where's she at right now?
She got hit in the head pretty hard. She was feeling like she was going to throw up, and she couldn't really see, so we're not quite sure how she's doing, but we'll check back in with her tomorrow after she sees the trainer.
That's very scary, and definitely concerned for her. Congratulations to your team. Thanks for joining us. And we will take another quick break, and we will be back to wrap things up from Schwann Super Rink right after this.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Back at Schwann Super Rink in a game pretty much dominated by the visiting Champlin Park Coon Rapids squad. 3 straight games now without a goal allowed. Again, they hold their opponent to under 9 shots. Only goal in the 3rd period, a pretty one, followed by a not-so-pretty celebration, because that is not how Micah Sutherland planned to celebrate. And I guess that I seen that, I might have asked her about the celly during our short interview there.
Yeah, a nice win for the Bluebirds nonetheless. And, Irondale, a team coming in struggling, but you know, you want to play well against those kind of teams. You want to take advantage of it, and you want to have a dominating win, and CPCR certainly did that.
And we did that all night long. We watched the game. We tried to keep up with the action, and we will continue to do so next week when we see the boys welcoming Simley. Girls basketball next Thursday as they host their rival Blaine Bengals. And then the Cardinal Cup on the 28th and 29th. To check out our live streaming of all of the action.
Should be fun.
You and I only at the Bluebirds games, but the CTN crew will be televising the whole Cardinal Cup this year at the CTN outdoor rink at Crick. But that's going to do it. Again, the final score from the Schwann Super Rink, it's Champlin Park, Coon Rapids 4, Irondale 0. Want to thank everybody out for joining us, continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.